So the thought of repeating a meal literally freaks you out. Why? Back in a minute. Hey, this is Jan from New York City. I'd like to help people save money. How's everybody doing today? How do you feel about what many people refer to as leftovers? Most of my followers, subscribers who have known me for a little while know that I refer to them as do-over meals. I can't understand it. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you're above 50 and I use the word leftover or do-over meal. How do you feel about that? More than likely, you're okay with it. Now, the person that might be about anywhere between 15 and 30 up, I'm just guessing, pure guessing. Can we please have this chicken dinner that we had last night again so I don't have to cook if you have stuff left over? Let's imagine the mom or dad saying, and the kid goes, "Oh, no, not again." Why do our tastes change? I don't know. I think it's a matter of habit. I think it's a matter of how we consider things. But during challenging times with money, I don't think that we should be so picky. And I think we need to put food in general into the actual perspective that it is. Do you realize that what we may think is just a common quote, end of quote, leftover, and some people may snub, might literally be like a Thanksgiving feast to the person that has difficulty getting a meal like that? Maybe they're elderly and they can't cook as well as they used to because of, physical challenges and things of that nature. So, you know, don't take anything like this for granted. Sometimes people, I think, tend to take things for granted, but that's another show. That really is its own show. Okay. And by the way, if you're wondering what's this green monstrosity behind me, it's my green screen. I just don't have it turned on at the moment. I could, but I do notice that sometimes when I use the green screen, even though I love the background, sometimes it looks a little bit like the my voice is not matching, as I speak. But I still will use my green screen once in a while when I get tired of looking at just a blank green screen. Anyway, that's its own show in and of itself. So let's talk about do-overs, leftovers. I think a lot of it is mindset. I think a lot of it is how we approach something. I look at extra food left over as a gift. It is a gift. That means that I could do something completely different with it, more than likely. Let's take a common meal, for example. Well, we spoke about meatloaf not that long ago. Okay. Do you know the many things I did with that meatloaf? You have no idea what meatloaf can do for me. So, literally the day after I had the meatloaf, okay, that I cooked it, literally that morning, the following morning, I literally sliced up a slice, heated it up, and had it for breakfast. What? Now, some people might think that's crazy, but what's the difference? Protein is protein. Whether I had eggs, some people eat steak and eggs. So, what is the difference that I decided to have protein in the form of my leftover meatloaf? My do-over. Okay. So, okay, that's fine. A person could cut it up. Now, here's another thing that I did with it that week, which was really great. I happened to have some leftover rice and happened to have some leftover broccoli florets. So I integrated the meatloaf. But what I did was I chopped it up, threw it in my sauteing pan. I sauteed it. I spiced it up again, rejuvenated it, put that on my bed of rice, which was already left over previously, and the broccoli. It was really, really good. Talk about stretching a dollar. This is just an example. You could do so many things. For example, let's try this now with chicken, with leftover chicken. You could do a lot with leftover chicken. You can cream it. You could make a chicken salad with it. You can make a chicken soup with it. Let me just go down the list. There are just so many things that I like. You can make chicken croquettes with it. You can do a chicken shepherd's pie instead of, a beef one. Some people do it with beef. Why not do it with chicken? Get creative. There's no reason on the planet not to absolutely to get creative. I just don't understand why the snubbery and sometimes, and it is perfectly okay to do this, and I have done this many times. Sometimes just heat and eat the original meal. Like if I made it on a Monday, I have personally no problem whatsoever heating the exact same meal over again. So change a different element of it. For example, if you had garden salad the day before, make a baked potato the next day. Change something else up so that you don't feel bored. Or sprinkle some, let's say, like cheddar cheese on top of it and this and that. And I have a Friday ritual. And usually this is a throwback to the days of getting pizza on Fridays, like because I watch my carbs more or less, I might make me a pizza omelet. I still want my, my mozzarella. I still want my yummy tomato sauce feel, the mozzarella and the tomato sauce. Now, I'm not saying this is a zero carb meal, but I am saying this is a much lower carb alternative. I live in a world of food choices. If I want, I could not have so many carbs, but I'm not giving up my Friday night pizza in some form or another. That is an amazing thing. Do you know how inexpensive that is? That week, I got the shredded mozzarella, the one in the bag already done up, so convenient. It's not as great as when you like grate your own from the block of mozzarella. No, it's not, but it's convenient. And in this case, it was on sale for $1.99 for that big old bag, and I grabbed it. So I said, okay. I said, this is really, really good. So what I did was I, made my frittata, my omelet, in a pan, which I bake off. By the way, this is such an easy recipe. You bake it off, my nonstick, just put in whatever ingredients as if you were making an omelet, except enter it or add it, I should say, into your baking tray. And I took a can, that can of the 4-ounce one of just regular simple tomato sauce. I didn't want to bother opening a whole jar. So those little cans come in handy, by the way. Whenever you want it for like a pizza topping, they're very good because it's just enough. Pizza shouldn't be drowning in sauce, true pizza. So, okay, so I didn't have to use a floured crust. I put the tomato sauce on top. I had some Parmesan cheese, which is automatically a lower carb item. I had my garlic powder, put my garlic powder on top of that. And then, of course, I was generous with my shredded mozzarella cheese, threw it in my 350-degree oven for about, you could put it in for about, 10 or 12 minutes, and that does the trick. And I had myself a pizza omelet. Okay, so these are things that like you could just come up with. It does not break the bank. So if you're trying to save money and trying to save carbs too, that recipe is a winner. Pizza still on Friday night dinner. I just thought I'd, throw that in addition. But please don't be afraid of do-over meals. Just get creative. Save the money. Keep your money. It's more about keeping your money than saving your money. It's about keeping your money to do other things with it, to put it somewhere else that may be something that you want to do. It's to keep your freedom of choices with foods going on. Never look at frugality as deprivation. There you go. Hope I helped somebody today, and I'm sure I did. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. I like to help people save money. Hey, by the way, don't forget, if you got some value from this video, to smash down the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone. No fancy outro. Bye-bye. Take good care.